Have you ever woken up at 3 a.m. with a leg cramp so painful it made you cry out? Or felt your legs give out unexpectedly, making you grab onto furniture just to stay upright? If you're over 60, these frightening moments might be happening more often than you'd like to admit. What most doctors won't tell you is that 7 specific vitamins can completely transform your leg strength and stop those agonizing nighttime cramps. Today, I'm revealing the exact 7 vitamins that can give you back the strong, steady legs you had years ago. Some of these might surprise you, and one particular vitamin deficiency is so common that it's practically guaranteed you're affected. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share could be the difference between maintaining your independence and facing a life-changing fall. Let's start with vitamin D, and I want you to think about this for a moment. Have you ever noticed that your legs feel weaker during the winter months? Or maybe you've experienced more muscle aches when you haven't been getting much sunlight. There's actually a fascinating scientific reason behind this, and it all comes down to vitamin D. As we get older, our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D when exposed to sunlight. And let's be honest, many of us spend less time outdoors than we used to, especially if mobility has become a concern. This creates a perfect storm for vitamin D deficiency, which affects nearly 40% of adults in the United States. But here's what most people don't realize. Vitamin D isn't just about preventing broken bones. It's absolutely crucial for muscle strength and preventing those painful leg cramps that can wake you up at night. When your body doesn't have enough vitamin D, it struggles to absorb calcium effectively. Think of vitamin D as the key that unlocks your body's ability to use calcium properly. Without this key, your muscles can't contract and relax smoothly, leading to weakness, cramping, and that heavy feeling in your legs that makes everyday activities more challenging. The good news is that getting enough vitamin D is simpler than you might think. The most natural way is through sunlight exposure. Just 15 to 20 minutes of morning or late afternoon sun on your arms and legs can make a significant difference. If you live in a place with limited sunshine, especially during winter months, don't worry. You can also find vitamin D in foods like fatty fish, such as salmon and sardines, fortified milk and cereals, and egg yolks. The recommended amount of vitamin D is 800 IU daily for adults over 70. This is crucial when taking supplements. Always check with your doctors first, and remember to not exceed 4,000 IU daily, as vitamin D toxicity can cause serious side effects, including upset stomach, weight loss, heart issues, and ironically, muscle weakness. What I find remarkable is how quickly people notice improvements once they optimize their vitamin D levels. Better balance, reduced muscle aches, and fewer nighttime leg cramps are just the beginning. One gentleman I know started taking vitamin D after struggling with weak legs for months, and within 6 weeks, he was back to his daily walks in the park. The key is consistency. Whether you choose sunlight, food sources, or supplements, making vitamin D a regular part of your routine is one of the most powerful steps you can take for stronger, more resilient legs. Moving on to our second essential nutrient, calcium. And I want to share something that might surprise you. Most people think of calcium only for bone health, but it's actually just as important for proper muscle function. Every time you take a step, stand up from a chair, or even just shift your weight, calcium is working behind the scenes to make those movements possible. Here's what's really happening in your muscles when you move. Calcium acts like a switch that turns muscle contractions on and off. When your brain sends a signal to move your leg, calcium floods into the muscle fibers, allowing them to contract with strength and precision. Without adequate calcium, these signals become weak and inconsistent, leaving you feeling unsteady or experiencing muscle spasms and cramps. As we age, Our bodies face a double challenge with calcium. Not only do we often consume less calcium-rich foods, but our ability to absorb calcium from our digestive system also decreases. This is why many seniors find themselves dealing with muscle weakness, frequent cramping, and that frustrating feeling that their legs just don't respond the way they used to. The good news is that calcium is abundant in many foods you probably already enjoy. Dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cheese are excellent sources, but they're certainly not your only options. Leafy greens such as kale and collard greens provide substantial amounts of easily absorbed calcium. Canned sardines with bones, almonds, and even fortified plant-based milks can help you meet your daily needs. But here's something important to understand about calcium absorption. Your body can only absorb about 500 milligrams at one time, which is why spreading your calcium intake throughout the day is much more effective than taking one large dose. Think of it like watering a plant. A little bit consistently works better than flooding it all at once. For seniors, the recommended daily intake is 1,200 milligrams, but remember that more isn't always better. Taking excessive amounts of calcium, especially from supplements without proper guidance, can actually interfere with the absorption of other important minerals like magnesium and zinc. I've seen remarkable transformations when people optimize their calcium intake properly. One gentleman told me that after incorporating more calcium-rich foods into his meals and taking a moderate supplement with vitamin D, his leg cramps decreased significantly and he felt much more confident walking up and down stairs. The key with calcium is balance and consistency. When combined with the other nutrients we're discussing today, calcium becomes a powerful ally in maintaining strong, reliable legs that can carry you through all the activities you love. Now, let's talk about magnesium. And I have to tell you, this might be the most underestimated mineral when it comes to leg health. Have you ever experienced those sudden, sharp cramps in your calves that seem to come out of nowhere, especially at night? Or maybe you've noticed that your legs feel unusually tight and tense after a day of activity? These are often signs that your body is crying out for more magnesium. Here's how magnesium works in your body, and it's really quite fascinating. While calcium helps your muscles contract, magnesium acts as nature's muscle relaxer, allowing those same muscles to release and lengthen properly. Think of it like a perfectly choreographed dance between these two minerals. When you don't have enough magnesium, it's like having a dance partner who won't let go, leaving your muscles stuck in a contracted state that leads to cramping and stiffness. As we age, we become more vulnerable to magnesium deficiency for several reasons. Many medications that seniors commonly take, such as diuretics for blood pressure or acid blockers for heartburn, can actually deplete magnesium levels. Plus, our bodies naturally become less efficient at absorbing this crucial mineral from food as we get older. The beautiful thing about magnesium is that you can find it in so many delicious everyday foods. Leafy greens like spinach and Swiss chard are fantastic sources. Nuts and seeds, particularly almonds, cashews, and pumpkin seeds, pack a powerful magnesium punch. Even dark chocolate contains meaningful amounts, so you can feel good about that occasional square after dinner. But here's a real-life example that might surprise you. My friend Eleanor, 68 years old, who had been waking up every night with horrible calf cramps. She tried stretching, heating pads, and even over-the-counter pain relievers, but nothing seemed to help. Her doctor suggested she try a magnesium supplement and Epsom salt baths. Within just 24 hours, Elena noticed a dramatic improvement. The cramps became less frequent, and when they did occur, they were much milder. Within a week, she was sleeping through the night again. For most seniors, getting around 300 to 400 milligrams of magnesium daily can make a significant difference. You can achieve this through a combination of magnesium-rich foods and, if needed, a gentle supplement like magnesium citrate or magnesium glycinate, which are easier on the digestive system. With this meal plan, many people report feeling less muscle tension and experiencing fewer cramps within just a few days of increasing their intake. Sounds magical, right? But hold on, we still have 4 more nutrients to uncover. Next on the list is potassium, and I want you to imagine this scenario. You're lying in bed just about to fall asleep when suddenly a sharp cramp shoots through your calf muscle. Sound familiar? This painful experience is often your body's way of telling you that your potassium levels are running low. Potassium is what we call an electrolyte, and it's absolutely essential for proper muscle function. Think of it as the conductor of an orchestra, coordinating the delicate balance between muscle contraction and relaxation. When potassium levels drop too low, your muscles can start contracting involuntarily, leading to those painful cramps that seem to strike at the worst possible moments. For seniors, maintaining adequate potassium becomes even more critical because low levels don't just cause cramps, they can also lead to muscle weakness, trembling, and difficulty with balance, all of which significantly increase the risk of falls. The wonderful thing about potassium is that it's found in so many delicious foods. While bananas are probably the most famous source, sweet potatoes, spinach, avocados, and even a simple baked potato with the skin provide excellent amounts. Beans, lentils, and fish like salmon also contribute meaningful levels to your daily intake. Most adults need between 2,600 to 3,400 milligrams of potassium daily. This amount is typically achievable through a well-balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and legumes. What's exciting is how quickly people notice improvements. My friend Ivan, who turned 70 this year, shared that he used to suffer from painful nocturnal leg cramps. But ever since he began adding avocados to his meals, the frequency of those cramps has dropped dramatically. That's the remarkable impact of potassium and the power of healthy eating in action. It's one of those simple changes that can make a dramatic difference in how you feel every day. Now let's talk about vitamin B12. And here's something that might shock you. Many seniors experiencing weak, heavy legs or frequent tingling sensations aren't dealing with normal aging at all. They're actually suffering from a B12 deficiency that's completely preventable and treatable. Vitamin B12 is absolutely crucial for maintaining healthy nerves, and your nerves are what carry messages from your brain to your leg muscles. Think of B12 as the insulation around electrical wires. Without enough of it, those nerve signals become weak or scrambled, leading to muscle weakness, numbness, and that frustrating feeling that your legs just aren't responding properly. The best food sources of B12 are animal products like fish, chicken, eggs, and dairy. For those following plant-based diets or having absorption issues, B12 supplements or even monthly injections can be life-changing. I've seen remarkable transformations when B12 levels are restored. One woman told me that after starting B12 supplements, the constant tingling in her feet disappeared, and she felt like she had her old energy back within just a few weeks. Here's the challenge for seniors. As we age, our stomachs produce less acid, which makes it much harder to absorb B12 from food. Add to that the fact that many older adults take medications like acid blockers or metformin, which further reduce B12 absorption, and you have a recipe for deficiency. The symptoms often develop so gradually that people dismiss them as normal aging. If you're experiencing unexplained leg weakness, tingling, or balance problems, asking your doctor to check your B12 levels could be one of the most important conversations you have. This simple vitamin deficiency is easily corrected, but ignoring it can lead to permanent nerve damage. Next up, vitamin K, a nutrient that often flies under the radar, but plays a fascinating role in keeping your legs strong and cramp-free. Think of vitamin K as your body's traffic controller, directing calcium exactly where it needs to go. Without it, calcium can end up in the wrong places, leading to muscle stiffness and poor circulation. Here's what makes vitamin K so special for leg health. It activates proteins that help calcium bind properly to your bones while preventing it from accumulating in your muscles and arteries. When this process works smoothly, your muscles can contract and relax efficiently, reducing the likelihood of those painful nighttime cramps that disturb your sleep. Recent research has shown something remarkable about vitamin K2 specifically. In one clinical study, seniors who took vitamin K2 supplements experienced significantly fewer leg cramps in both frequency and intensity. The participants reported sleeping better and feeling more comfortable during daily activities. You can find vitamin K in two main forms. Vitamin K1 comes from green leafy vegetables like spinach, kale, and broccoli. Just one serving of these vegetables can provide several times your daily requirement. Vitamin K2, which may be even more beneficial for muscle function, is found in fermented foods like aged cheeses, egg yolks, and that Japanese superfood called natto. Here's something important to remember. Vitamin K is generally very safe, but if you're taking blood-thinning medications like warfarin, you'll need to work with your doctor to monitor your intake, since vitamin K affects blood clotting. Many people notice improvements in muscle comfort and fewer cramps within a few weeks of increasing their vitamin K intake. It's one of those nutrients that works quietly but effectively behind the scenes. Our final essential nutrient is vitamin B6, and this one is truly special for maintaining strong, responsive legs. Vitamin B6 acts like a master communicator in your body, ensuring that nerve signals travel clearly and efficiently from your brain to your leg muscles. When B6 levels are adequate, every step feels coordinated and controlled, but when levels drop, those signals become fuzzy, leading to poor coordination, muscle weakness, and even that pins and needles sensation many seniors experience. Here's something particularly exciting about B6 research. Studies have shown that seniors who maintain optimal B6 levels experience significantly fewer nighttime leg cramps and report better overall muscle comfort. This happens because B6 helps produce neurotransmitters that regulate muscle function and reduce inflammation in nerve tissues. B6 also plays a crucial role in red blood cell production, ensuring your leg muscles receive the oxygen they need for endurance and strength. Without enough oxygen delivery, muscles fatigue quickly and become more prone to cramping and stiffness. The recommended daily amount increases slightly with age, with most seniors needing around 1.5 to 1.7 milligrams daily. Just a single cup of chickpeas provides a significant portion of your daily needs, and a 3-ounce serving of salmon or tuna can supply over half. Other excellent sources include poultry, potatoes, and bananas. A simple meal plan with salmon fillet for dinner and a banana as a snack would provide enough vitamin B6 to meet the daily target for most seniors. There you have it, folks. 7 vitamins can truly transform your leg strength and help prevent those painful cramps that rob you of peaceful sleep and confident movement. I'd love to hear about your experience with these vitamins. Have you tried any of them? Which leg cramps bother you most, daytime or nighttime? Share your story in the comments below, because your insights could help fellow viewers on their health journey. And remember, taking control of your health is the first step toward maintaining your independence and vitality.